Toastmasters. Thank you very much for a job well done on our contest, keeping us on track and going very quickly. We appreciate it. A very focused and professional job. Well done.
Thank you.
Now, Joe, come to the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, a hand for our Toastmaster of the day. No, we have a special gift for you, one that you didn't know was coming, I don't think. This is your own very own personal mug. Thank you.
Oh, mugs for a mug.
Yeah, that works. Thank you. Good job. Very well done. And now, Lisa. All the way from the back of the room, your conference chair, Lisa Hutton. So you might be wondering, what has been in these bags that we have been handing to all the people who have been on stage today? And this is the answer. And Lisa, I would like to give this to you in recognition of your effort for everything you've done for the conference. And if I could have the microphone, I would like you to read what's on it and let everyone else know.
Okay, well, I rocked the stage at District 7's Creative Communication, which was last night, May 16th, and today, May 17th, here at our Ambridge Event Center in Portland. It has Darren LaCroix's name, Bill Mayer, Heather Agello, James Wantz, Mike Wiley, Madison Root, Nabiha Tassim, and Rhonda Holdridge. I'm going to be drinking happily my caffeinated coffee tomorrow morning.
Phyllis, now that the election is over, you are incoming district governor for the year. Why don't you tell everyone what is in store for TLI on, you tell them the date.
January 20, January? Where am I? June 21st, Wilsonville High School. We already have the speakers for TLI. What we need now is you. Not only are we going to do new club officer training, we've also set up several optional sessions. How many of you have been through TLI more than once? Yeah, that's about what I thought. We have some sessions coming up that I know will tickle your fancy. We have a couple of videographers that are going to teach us how to do marketing videos and training videos. So if that's a session you're interested in, be sure you sit in on that one. I'm trying to remember some of the others that we've got. Oh, social media. Where's Karen? Karen, you heard earlier, is our social media guru. She is going to do a session on all of the different types of social media that you can use to grow your clubs. That's going to be a fantastic session. What else we got going on? You remember?
Office chair or
I can't remember whether we're going to, of course we're going to do judges training again, because the rules keep changing. So we're going to do that. Where is Lori Anderson? She's still in here? Lori, come up and tell us about some of the other sessions. Responsibility and let people grow. And Lori has been doing a fantastic job this year as the education coordinator.
Thank you, Phyllis. Like she said, you to come and help fill. Creating training videos, speechcraft, a workshop that a area governor is going to be presenting, club coach training, all of the officer training, and again, another workshop. So it's going to be really exciting. And I'm so proud that everybody's just stepping up really well, saying, when I send out an email saying, will you help? Everyone says, of course. Well, maybe. But I said, you'll be there, right? They said, yeah, we'll be there. So I'm excited.
Thank you. Now, Michelle and I talked earlier, and we decided that anybody that needs or is working towards their advanced communicator goal, remember that you have to do a workshop or something?
Yeah.
Well, we decided that we were going to have time set aside, a room set aside, if I remember correctly, to do a workshop at every training event we've got, so that you out there who are trying to get there have the opportunity. The challenge is that you need to let your new legate know whether you want to do one of those workshops. So be sure that you get a hold of Michelle, and let's do that, and your education coordinator for next year, Ms. Lori Anderson. So please, step up, step out, and be proud of yourselves. I'm done.
Step away from the speaker, else we're going to get some quite fun feedback. And I would like you to remind them about the conference and let them know what the dates are for that offer they've got going on.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Scott. So again, without looking at those cards on the table, when are we having the fall conference? I'm watching. Stay high. When? November 8th. Oh, I saw it. November 8th. Very close, very close. Unfortunately, I'm not Darren. I don't have a flash drive, but you know, picture it, virtual flash drive. There you are. So the fall conference is November 8th, Saturday. That is going to be at Brooks Training Center. I don't have the exact address, but now you can look at your cards. Yes, that's the Brooks Training Center. And how much are the early bird tickets? 45. 45. What's not stated there, though, is, but I guess you know, we're Toastmasters, grammarians. Early bird means there's a regular bird and there's a late bird, right? So the early bird rate is going to go on and eventually disappear. Good news, though, is you have enough time to kind of decide how many tickets you want to buy at early bird rate. Suggestion is buy more than one. You will be a good Samaritan. I have experienced that many times. You'll be a good Samaritan. Serena also has. You know, you kind of shore up because it's a much lower rate. That goes on until July 31st. After that, it's going to bump up by $20. And you know that $20 is a lot of Starbucks. Yeah, maybe 4 cups. But, fine. But anyway, get your early bird tickets. Eventbrite is so easy. And if you are somewhat technologically challenged, you can log on to Eventbrite. Karen, Serena, there will be lots of people who are willing to help you to get on and purchase your tickets. Okay, so remember, $45 goes on until July 31st. And
Who is our keynote and why is she important?
oh yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. Our keynote, how many have been in the district for 5 years or more? All right, so you probably will recognize this name, Cheryl Rausch. Do you remember the name? Yes. She was, it was probably about 6 or 7 years. I beg ignorance. I was not in the district at that time. I was in Founders District where we heard her. Cheryl Rausch is the first female to earn the Accredited Speaker Award. For those of you who have your smartphones, you can Google accredited speaker. That's a very, very rare privilege. It is not through contest like World Champion of Public Speaking. It is to 3 levels of review. First, you submit a video, it gets reviewed, or you submit your records, it gets reviewed, you go on to the next level, and finally you get awarded. She was the first female to get that. She is also the favorite speaker for a lot of organizations in California. The list runs really long, and you will know why when she comes here. She is going to speak. We're still deciding. On the program it says, Sparkle, show your brilliance. We're also talking about other things because she is phenomenal. She has so many different topics. Whatever it will be, I can assure it will be good. So sign up for it. And then, as Phyllis mentioned, we have another speaker. I wonder if he's still in the room. He has gone, but Ashton Root is multi-talented. He directed Durango Kids.
Yes. He did Durango Kids. Were you here at lunch when you saw Madison?
Yes.
That's her dad. Serial entrepreneur. He's going to teach you how to get beyond your barriers, both your personal and your business. He's very, very good at what he does. I've asked him today, I said, would you put together a clip and tell us about your session so we can put it on the website? He said, sure, we can do that. I'm doing it next week. I'll get you a clip. I love that. So, those are only 2 of the speakers that will be at that conference. We put Lori to the task of making sure that the conference is full of people that you want to hear. I'm going to give this back to Scott. You've been talking a lot. Do you think?
I've been on this stage quite a lot for the past 2 years now, so I'm good letting other people steal the mic, saving my voice for later on, enjoying it. All right, make sure that's muted. Now, I'm just heads up to the sound guy so you're aware of what I'm about to do, because I'm going to go walk between those speakers because I have a couple questions for you, but I do need something that is in my bag. My first question, and I'd like everyone to stand up for this, and stay a little quiet, but please stand up. Now, if you are in possession of one of these smartphones that can access the internet, please sit down. For the people who are still standing, I want you to look around and ask someone here, if we were voting in the business meeting and it was going to speed things up a lot, not to have to go use paper ballots and have people count, could I borrow your smartphone for a moment? And if anyone around you says, yes, I will borrow your smartphone, you may sit down. So look around and ask, is there someone's smartphone you can borrow? Name. No, but if everyone in the room has a smartphone, and this is where I'm going with this, and we can all use these to get to the internet and potentially vote, I'm just wondering whether it'd be worthwhile to try. I'm hearing definite yes, yet definite, so it's something. But in order to be able to even try it, we had to know roughly how many people in the room would not be able to use it. And it sounds like that number is quite low.
I think that's ridiculous for a room full of communicators.
All right, on to my next question. How many of you received one of these about a month ago? One person recognizes what it was. Oh, good. 2 people recognize what this is. Inside of this wonderful little envelope is a copy of Ryan Avery's new book, signed by him. Now I have a question. Who knows the timeline according to Toastmasters International for electing club officers? And all you people with smartphones, feel free to pull them out. And I'll get to the why in just a moment. Anyone want to go for their smartphone and look it up real quick?
Me.
Huh? That's the deadline for having them into Toastmasters International. My question to you is what the timeline should be for their elections according to Toastmasters International.
The month of May.
I heard it. Yes, that is the start of the process. And I cannot remember it exactly, but I have never been in a club that actually hits that time frame. The reason that they say that you should be doing your officers' elections in the first week of May is so that you have enough time to get them done. So take a minute tonight, go read what Toastmasters says in the Club Leadership Handbook about officer elections. And then go back to your club and say, we need to get those officer elections handled. And the reason is so that Phyllis and Michelle and Leanna have the list of officers so they know who to make sure gets to the TLIs and the officer trainings that are coming up. There's all sorts of information out there in time frames. And I will tell you truthfully, until I started stepping up into the higher leadership positions, I didn't know them either. So just be aware. And thank you. What was your name? Chris. Chris, enjoy Ryan's book. Now, I've lost my two assistants.
Did you miss us?
No, you were supposed to stay on stage. And actually, Phyllis, if you want to grab the microphone. Yes, Justin. Where did Justin go? He was playing our music. There you are. I'm used to you with a guitar. Thank you. How did I find out more about your music?
Well, you would just call my new agent Lisa. She's my new business manager.
Justin, what is your full name so they know what to look for?
Justin Sheehy.
Did
You can find me on Facebook, and that'd probably be the best.
And that is spelled S-H-E-E-H-Y. Did you guys like the music today? Was that a nice touch for you?
I really enjoyed it. Thanks for having me, and I want to thank Shane as well.